Wait. Why are we talking about Viva Sales on PowerCat Live?
All of the underlying technology, the stack is Power Platform.
Oh, Viva Sales is built on and extends with Power Platform.
Dataverse is where all of the action is going to take place for Viva Sales.
And there's data in there that a lot of your apps can use. Linda leads Viva Sales. Find out from her what Power Platform experts need to understand and extend Viva Sales. Welcome to PowerCat Live. My name is Phil Topness from the PowerCat team, and today I'm here with Linda from Viva Sales, who leads Viva Sales. Hey, Linda.
Hi.
I have to ask you, this video series is talking to Power Platform architects. Why are we talking about Viva Sales today?
So it's really part of the Power Platform, part of Dynamics. The really unique thing about Viva Sales, though, is that the technology inside of Viva Sales is meant to work with other CRM providers out there in market, specifically Salesforce. So this is the first time that we're really opening up the Power Platform to really extend and allow the Viva Sales product to work with a competing CRM. But it should work better with Dynamic Sales because I also run that product.
So you've got a lot going on. So talk about kind of the spirit behind this, takes what used to be kind of a painful process for sellers and makes it simple.
Forms over data is typically something that salespeople don't really get a lot of joy out of, but it's a tool that their company forces them to do. And so Viva Sales is really meant to be in the tools that they do use. Salespeople are having meetings all the time in Teams. They're emailing their customers all the time. So we're injecting a tool into the flow of work so that they can get their job done, but we can use AI to capture all the interaction data, to capture updates to the data, and have that flow seamlessly back into the CRM.
So Viva Sales is a new product. Talk about, how did this vision evolve and how did this really take shape to become a product?
It was an evolution. We really started to understand that this is a really great way to open up and allow more collaboration to happen inside of Teams, but also inside of Outlook. And so it's been an evolution. It's also been a very interesting thing that we're opening this up to work with other CRM data, because in the end, what we're doing is taking all of that business data and flipping it up inside of Office. So if we do this right, sellers don't have to open up their CRM. They should be able to stay inside the Office tools that they love.
And you mentioned it's built on Power Platform, something everyone who's watching knows very well, as do you. So talk about how we extend Viva Sales with Power Platform.
We've built an extensibility using Power Platform. So every time there is a meeting inside of Teams and you're using Viva Sales, we're capturing the notes, the action items, and generating with AI an executive summary about that meeting. We're going to give our partners access to that so that they can do more. So for Seismic, for example, after that meeting, they can kick off a post-meeting trigger on Power Automate. And that really is giving them more insight into when that meeting had happened. Moving forward, we're going to do a lot more for extensibility where we have a pre-meeting and during meeting experience. And that also, we're going to build extensibility models for partners to pick up and take.
And I have to ask you, where is all that data stored?
Oh my gosh. So there's two big data stores inside of Microsoft. The first one is Dataverse, which everyone who's doing anything
Everyone's watching this knows about Dataverse.
That they know Dataverse. Dataverse is where all of the action is going to take place for Viva Sales. But there's also another really big data store, which we don't talk about too often, and that is what we call the Office Graph or Substrate. And that's where all of your email activity, all of your meeting activity happens. And we do have a piece of Viva Sales in there because we have to touch the emails and generate AI off of that. We're not opening that up for people to extend off of, but we are going to be writing back into Dataverse so that people can extend off of what they can extend off of. And there's a lot more to come. We're building out new features into Viva Sales that's going to give even more extensibility models. But again, we're keeping them separate for really good reasons.
And having access to all this data that Viva Sales is putting into Dataverse actually adds a lot of value for anyone building an app, really, right? There's a lot of context in there.
We're capturing new contacts. We've had customers who deployed Viva Sales already saying they had no idea there were so many customers they weren't capturing. So there's so much opportunity here on just the workflows around new data, new contact management, making sure there's data quality flows happening. Viva Sales is meant to capture that like in the moment point of recognizing a new contact. If people are forwarding emails or CCing people on the email, sometimes you miss that and you don't capture those contacts.
What a really natural way to gather some of that data. That's really neat.
Yes.
And for everyone watching, Viva Sales is out there, right? So if you're working with Power Platform out there, what are the first things I should do to start exploring Viva Sales?
So the first thing you should do is if you have dynamic sales, you have Viva Sales. It's part of the product. We don't charge extra for it. You have unlimited conversation intelligence in there. So really, dynamic sales customers on Power Platform, you need to turn this on. You need to start using it and trying it out. Start recording calls, checking out the executive summaries. We're using AI to reach into all of that data to help make sense of it. So we're really looking for people to start trying the product. There's two ways to turn it on. You can turn it on for just Outlook. You can turn it on for just Teams or both. It does a lot. There's so much value packed into the product. We just really want to be intentional about where we go next with it.
And who doesn't want unlimited conversational intelligence in their daily life?
Exactly.
So the links are down in the description. Thank you so much for giving us a little intro into Viva Sales. And if people want to provide their feedback after they explore it, can they leave comments below on the video?
You can leave comments below on the video, and we also have an ideas portal out there for Viva Sales, and I'll provide the link for people. If you've got ideas, we want to hear them.
That link's down there too. Thanks for watching, everybody. Linda, thanks for being here.
Thank you.